Arjun says, I have been following you from 2016. I'm now very depressed from June because I don't know the reason. I lost my happiness. You lost your happiness? What the hell are you talking about? You can't lose your happiness. Have you lost your child? Have you lost your mom or dad? Because that can hamper that a little bit. But you'll get over that. Even if you lose your dad or mom, eventually, God forbid, of course, eventually you'll get over it and you accept it and you go on. If you've lost your child, I can understand. But if you've got none of these happening, then the rest of it is nonsense. Because happiness is not something to lose. It's something that you can always gain. You can't lose happiness. Happiness comes and affects you, and then you go to another moment of happiness, and then another moment of happiness. It's not like you have it and then you lose it. You always grab it from things that you do and accomplishments that you make and so on. What kind of thinking is that? He says, I am having negative thoughts about my health again and again. Please help. Well, listen, we all have all kinds of thoughts because brain is a thought manufacturing plant. Thought manufacturing factory, and like any factory, it makes lots of products and lots of junk products. But you're supposed to have a quality control guy at the end of the assembly line and grab on those low quality products that have been created through the assembly line and reject them, throw them out, just like thoughts. Thoughts show up and many of them are just garbage thoughts. Who says that every thought that shows up has any meaning or any usefulness? It's a thought manufacturing plant. It manufactures garbage. 90,000 thoughts a day are manufactured, and most of them, all of them, are nonsense. So you're not supposed to be paying attention to thoughts. You're supposed to pay attention to actuality. Thought has no actuality. Thought has no substance. Thought is an idea, is a garbage, is nothing, is nonsense, is irrelevant to you. You compare all thoughts against the relevancy of it to your life, against your gatekeeper, your core values, your super consciousness, your wise advocate about your values. You gauge them against those, and when they don't measure up, you let them be. So, okay, I realize you're there, you stupid, intrusive thoughts and nonsense, negative. I don't care. You're there. Okay, you're there. You can be there, but I don't care to pay attention to you. I don't have to be paying attention to you. I'll pay attention to what I want to pay attention to. You select. You're the boss. Like the vision. You see things, you select to look at them or turn around. You hear things, you select to listen to them or plug your ears or go away. And the same thing, thoughts show up, you select. This thought is meaningful to me or not. It's not. I diss it. I don't agree with it. I'm not interested in it. You go on and pay attention to whatever it is that you want to accomplish in that life. Just because a thought shows up, that doesn't give it any right for you to focus on it. Thought is nonsense. It's not intelligence, it's nonsense. And don't ever be bamboozled. That's why I said to you, watch my playlist, Intrusive, Transient, OCD, HOCD, Negative Thoughts. In that playlist, you have about 50 different videos. From number 1 to number 20, the ones that are numbered, not part 1, part 20. Number 1, number 2, number 3 to 20. It will tell you about HOCD, but regardless of what it is meant for, HOCD, OCD, forget it. Focus on the explanation about the relationship between thoughts and you. That you're not thoughts, thoughts is not you. You're not the brain, brain is not you. You understand the separation between you and thought, then you become free of mind and free of thoughts. And then you're a free man. When we don't understand the relationship between thoughts and us, the fact that we are not thoughts, thoughts are not me, that we are not brain, brain is not us, that frees you from being dependent and bound and jailed by the idea that thought is you and what it thinks is you. It's not. It's got nothing to do with you. Thought is garbage, nonsense. It's just an apparatus. If you remember, I talked in my other videos and other discussions that we as a human being, we weren't even able to speak or think until 30,000 years ago, but yet we were thriving species. Our problem started when we started learning how to think 30,000 years ago. Doubtful minds, negative thoughts, all that. Before that, we were all like animals. Instinctively, we would sleep, we would hunt, we would have sex, we would know our gender, we would everything. There was no interference, there was no confusion, there was no nothing. Everything was clear because there was no thought. Why? Because thought had nothing to do with when you were given your heart, your kidney, your liver, your gender, your genitalia, your anything that you are, and thought can never have anything to do with taking them away. So when they show up in your brain, it means nothing. You should understand that. There's a you and there is a thought. Thought is not you, you're not thought. You were way before thought even showed up 30,000 years ago. For a million years you were living. There was no thought. So you're independent of thoughts. Keep that, then you're all safe and happy and free in life. And you can let any thought come to your mind, doesn't matter. It cannot change you. Thought can be there like anything that is out there in the air, debris, impurities, or shit on the floor, or garbage on the roads. Doesn't matter. They can be there. You just pass by. You notice them. You pass by. You can't say my life is perfect if there's no intrusive thoughts, there's no bad thoughts. It's like saying I can only travel on a road that is all pristine and clean. No, there are all kind of shit on it, but you just go because you got nothing to do with them. You move on. Same thing, thoughts shows up. You don't give a shit. You move on. That's part of being a human being. We have thoughts. All kind of nasty, garbage, disgusting thoughts. Doesn't matter. That's part of being a human being, right? That's part of being a human being.